Hello there, Internet. Mogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today we are going to be playing dragons. I know you guys have been asking for this archetype for a long time, actually, but I had a feeling. By the way, I did not know that SHYVANA was going to be a champion. I deduced it later down the line, but initially I didn't really have any information. But I had a feeling that because the expansion was not complete, that we did not have access to all the synergies that they had planned for dragons. And there were some people who were also mentioning this to me, they thought so as well. So I didn't really touch this archetype because I knew it was incomplete. I was 100% sure it was incomplete, and I wanted to wait for like an actual champion and or more cards to support this tribalistic sort of strategy to actually work to its full potential. And I'm really happy that I did, because now with the release of SHYVANA, the dragon champion, we have an actual dragon archetype that puts in the work. And I have a very, very powerful variant of the list myself right here that I put up today. I've been optimizing it tonight, actually, because I'm recording this basically the day, basically today is Wednesday night for me, even though it's past midnight already, just so you guys know. So, irrelevant information, but whatever. Anyways, this is a mid-range dragon list that aims to utilize the Herald of Dragons to curve out prematurely into dragons by turn 3 onwards. SHYVANA and White Flame Protector being our 4 mana dragons that can become 3 mana with the Herald of Dragons. Then at 5 mana we have Fused Firebrand and Screeching Dragon. And then at 6 mana we have the Involius Vox, which I am seriously considering adding a third copy of in this deck. As we also have the Dragon Guard Lookout, which is not a dragon, but alongside a couple of copies of Relentless Pursuit gives us the ability to rally, which is extremely powerful in this deck. And then we even have some big boys here at the end of our curve with Catagrin, motherfucking Catagrin the Infernal, as a one-off, and a one-off as well of Aurelion Sol. I don't want to run multiple copies of Aurelion Sol because I don't feel like I very rarely am actually going to play this card, because I'd rather play cheaper dragons and combine them with rally effects and or multiple sources of strike-based removal that we have right here that I'm going to be talking about very shortly. So I like Aurelion Sol as a one-off. Like in certain games that drag out, we can resort to him. We can also, ramp into him with Herald of the Dragons, but he's not the star of this build. I'm sorry. I know you're used to that, Aurelion Sol, but you're going to have to take the support bench for this one, as it is all about SHYVANA and her girls right here. We have all sorts of big-ass scary motherfuckers, and we got the Dragon Guard Lieutenant as well. Fantastic 2-drop for this archetype. Just absolutely phenomenal. Puts in the work, and I really like the fact that they designed a card like this. And I like the fact that cards like Dragon Guard Lieutenant and Dragon Guard Lookout are not dragons themselves. I really like it, forcing you to mix in some tribal members into the mix, as we have a full set of Brightsteel Protector. Works really well with our Challenger Dragon Guard Lieutenant or our multiple sources of single combat, because now we have 6 single combats. We have 3 single combats, and we have 3 mana single combats, aka Straffing Strike, which is, like I said, a 3 mana single combat that heals our dragon 2 after the combat if it is a dragon, but basically a 3 mana single combat. And on top of that, we have a couple of Concerted Strikes as well. So we have 8 different spells to remove units, which gives us really good interaction, on top of the fact that we're playing very big beefy dudes, and we can also threaten the opponent with multiple attacks a turn. So this deck, for a mid-range beefy list, it really has it all. It has good synergy, it has ways to break the curve, and it has ways to disrupt the opponent's plays, and also ways to punish control decks as well. It's very, very complete as a deck now, and I really, really like it. SHYVANA is really neat in this deck. When she levels up and gains the Fury and gains +2/+2 every time she's attacking, when we incorporate rally effects into the mix, she just becomes absolutely devastating. Like, only mana is what's limiting our plays from that point onwards, as we're generating fleeting Straffing Strikes, aka 3 mana single combats every time we attack with her. And there's not much more to say about this deck. It's rather straightforward in that sense. I chose the best dragons. I'm pretty sure even though some of you may be thinking about Infinite Mind Splitter, I think Infinite Mind Splitter is more for ramp decks that are based on control and not a deck about rally, because it's good, but I'd rather have Involius Vox that can actually refuel our hands. And with so many you know, single combats, this effect is very easy to trigger, and we can generate some really strong card advantage in dragged out games. And that's basically it. Also, 3 copies of Dragon is clutch because it draws us 2 dragons, or it gives us +1/+1. Like, it's just a phenomenal card for this deck, and I think an absolute staple for it, and there's not much more to say about that. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the build right there. A bit of a shorter deck today because, like I said, this deck is more straightforward, but that does not mean it's not fun as hell. I have some sick games for you guys today, and I think you guys are going to enjoy the video. Let me know what you think. If you have built your own variant of Dragon deck, or if you have built your own Dragon deck English, let me know what cards you've opted to use. Like I said, this is still, like, something I want to really clarify is the first few days, especially like the first week of like a new expansion, you can't expect me to have like the ultimate version of an archetype right off the bat, right? Like, I give you guys like a first take on it, but I am definitely open to optimizing it and making it better later down the line. Also tweaking it and adding in tech cards depending on how the meta progresses as well. But this is the honeymoon phase of card games, as we got just a new expansion a few days ago. It's like the phase in which people don't know what the best deck is. Probably the same, but yeah, we can act like we don't know what it is, and we get to experiment with all sorts of different things, and it's more about creativity rather than net decking, right? Net decking will eventually happen, but for the time being, we're facing all sorts of different strategies and deck build attempts, and I just love it. It's my favorite time as a card game player, and I'm just very excited to be at it again. I really like this 2-month format, and I have a lot of ideas to explore. So that's all I gotta say. Have a solid day. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. I do post a new deck every single day. I'll be back at it tomorrow if my procedure that will happen tomorrow goes well. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Love ya. I'll see you around. All right, it's Dragon time. We're facing, okay, sea monsters. Dragons versus sea monsters, the movie. That's one way to start things. I definitely want to keep some variant of removal for the likes of Maokai. I'm gonna drop the Concerted Strike. Involia's Vox, it's a bit early for it. I'm gonna keep SHYVANA though. And Strafing Strike. Just so I can answer Maokai. I love the Dragon Guard Lieutenant, by the way. This card, like, in my playtesting, this card has just been excellent. Definitely not include. Shoutouts to my dragon, little pet here. I'm well packed, as you guys can see, for the video. Pay to win. Hashtag pay to win. Worth it. Now here's something interesting. I'm gonna pass. Because he either burns all that mana, which I'm completely fine with. Ooh. You're gonna get Vile Feasted though.
The fight just isn't the same without you, Anna.
I am always here when you need me.
Alright, well done. I should have taken that into account. It's been a while since I played deep. I should have taken that into account. Okay. That's fine then. Well, not a great debut for SHYVANA, but it's my fault. Got a bit complacent there. I am vulnerable to a Grasp of the Undying now. But it looks like it's not happening. We have to like find a way to set up the Relentless Pursuit here before, you know, before they go deep, which is gonna be soon at this point. I'm gonna play Involia's Vox though. Like I'm not playing the Herald of Dragons because in this matchup it's just like, yeah, it's just gonna get Vile Feasted. I don't really care about a spider. I can utilize my lieutenant to just challenge it away. And I can keep pushing damage. I can even use Involia's Vox here. Like, I think I may just Strafing Strike, depending on what he does. I mean, the thing is, like, if he burns all this mana, then that's on him. No. No threat of Yedison. I had to. All right, do we go in? We go in. All right, Lieutenant, lead the charge. Now that's a hit. All right, they're coming though. Oh, he's playing the Slaughter Dogs, neat. They're coming.
Shroud the world in wings.
It is already done.
Still Withering Whale. It's fine.
Shroud the world in wings.
I want to play the Inferno next turn. That's the objective here. That is the objective. This could be huge. Backup plan, you know, if he does Ruination right off the bat, then we can just play the Empyrean. If he doesn't do anything, then I will just pass back. Like, I don't think there's a universe in which he doesn't... If he has a Ruination, I'm definitely not playing into it, obviously. The moment he goes below Ruination range, we're going in.
Nautilus on our side. We're invincible.
Correct.
We'll see about that. He is at Yedison range.
She will blacken all below her.
Big Boy Dragon, game 1, we get Catagrin! The Inferno in there. Ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dum. I know I'm not threatening lethal. I know I'm not threatening lethal, but if I develop, I mean, if I play you, he could Vile Feast into Ruination, and that would be brutal. He could Vile Feast into Ruination, and that would be brutal. So I'm gonna go for the open attack. It doesn't matter if I don't get lethal here. The problem is I don't have other play. I do have other plays though. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna do this.
Got your back.
Okay, he actually can go deep. That's huge. That's actually massive. There's no more threat of Ruination. But playing the Empyrean leaves me vulnerable. So what I want to do is I actually want to... I have a total of 5... I have 10 mana, which means I can use all these, and that's great. I'm gonna start off with you here. To pick off his board. I'm not gonna commit because I'm gonna leave the Concerted Strike for last because I'm definitely expecting some sort of interaction. Maybe Vengeance. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna do this. And that. Got it. Dragons win. Very passive game from my opponent. Maybe he braked a little bit. But to be fair, like I also missed out on an attack early on because I was expecting him to develop something on the board, but he kept burning his mana. And we capitalized on that a little bit. It was a little bit dangerous though. Like if he would have reached deep there, we could have been in trouble for sure. But you know, it would have also been nice to draw some of our rally effects as well because they are ideal in a matchup like that. And I'm excited to build some deep with the new landmark, but I'm pretty sure I'll be venturing out of Shadow Isles for that. That's some really cool ideas. But today it's all about dragons, so let's keep playing dragons. Round 2. It took long enough. It took long enough for this bastard to appear. Alright, mulligan here, mulligan here. We're gonna keep the protector though. because the Protector is one of the dragons that we do want to keep in our opening hand, especially due to the possibility of drawing into Herald of Dragons, which is difficult for our opponent to deal with early on. That's a loud lizard.
Shroud the world in wings.
We have a magnificent curve here if we are not disrupted. And like I said, I don't really think... Because Lee Sin comes down on turn 4, right? Which is ridiculous, but it's still turn 4.
Skill and grace to tear your breath away.
I'm not a fan of that play. You can just hold on to that and surprise and not waste mana. Yeah, I don't care. You're not a mountain goat. I don't care.
Her power is unimaginable even now.
Unimaginable even now! Alright. Don't mind me. I'm just playing
Daylight
3 mana 4/4s
the way.
and 4 mana 5/5s. Because I can. Because I want to.
The summit's final trial.
Playing way ahead of curve here. Though, to be fair, I could have waited, because he could play Lee Sin now. But I just really want to play my dragons, man. Like, what can I say? What am I supposed to, like, not play dragons? What is that nonsense?
Shall we dance, Lee?
I'll follow your lead.
You lack subtlety.
Alright. Eat it up.
Spring does not be winter.
I can eat it up like that too. Alright.
Spring raindrops.
So, this turn, our opponent is limited with mana. But he still could potentially Bastion here. Because he could play something like a Guiding Touch and still have mana for Bastion. Which makes me reluctant. Like, it doesn't encourage me to play Concerted Strike here. But if he plays Zenith Blade, I will 100% Concerted Strike, because what can he do here? That feels awfully risky. He needs two spells, but he doesn't have it. Like, there's no more Bastion for 3 mana, and that could be huge here. Did this guy just play a Zenith Blade with no protection for single combat or anything like that? Is that what's happening here? Or does he have something like a Twin Disciplines and he thought he would be able to justify this? Because I don't know about you, but I am ready to see this Lee Sin player get punished. I am as ready as Mom Spaghetti. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, get the fuck out of here! Get out of here! Oh, tilted much? Good. Good! We're open attacking. Because we got this little toy right here. So we're going for some nice 13 damage. Cocky bitch. Cocky bitch. Going for a Zenith Blade with no protection. Man, that Bastion nerf feels fine. But the problem is people are gonna see this and they're gonna be like, oh, okay, so now the Lee Sin deck is fine. No. Like, honestly, this pilot leaves quite a bit to be desired. Like, I've been used to playing, you know, I face like the best players in Europe playing Lee Sin, and it is a different meal. I can tell you that. Yeah, all right, this game's over. He got angry. Oh.
The end of this world draws near.
I'll play this. I could have made him burn that mana. I mean, is he AFK or not? He's AFK, okay. Alright, GG. Unless... Alright, we'll be right back. Not gonna lie, feels good to make a Lee Sin player rage quit. Feels good. Alright, 2-0. Round 3. Okay. Someone wants to dream big. Oh, he's probably just playing Darius for the apprehend. Alright. This will be interesting. For this matchup, I definitely... in voice box, like, these cards are nice, right? Removal is nice. Concerted Strike is a bit... But I just want to do a full mulligan here. Because I want to find the Priestess or just... a bit of an earlier curve. I want to be able to curve out properly. Both of us got our nice looking dragons. Catagrin the Infernal may actually be relevant here. It may be the ooh.
Shape the skies and mold the earth.
The only problem with this
Never again will we fall to dragon
is that
fire.
he should open attack here. Yep.
To arms!
Yep. I cry every time.
As foretold.
I should have thought about that a little bit, but I got a little bit ahead of myself. Like when I record videos, I like when I'm talking, like
Things are different in the field.
you know, things change in that sense. I'm gonna play White Flame Protector. It's got the Fury, so I can actually threaten some stat gains with it. Oh yeah, I'm just passing it. I'm making him burn all that mana. 4, 2, 4, 5, 8 cards in hand. One more card in hand than me.
For what they might, I have the scars to prove it.
Probably gonna pass here.
Ready weapons!
That's fine.
Another lost.
Come hither, you beasts of glory.
Dragon blood, Demacian heart.
Let the blood boil, half dragon.
Show me that. Show me that combat. Show me. Oh, Ravenous. Ooh. Could you have a single combat on top of that? Because if I single combat here, you can single combat back, and it's pretty. But even if I do this, you can still single combat that away potentially. So I am gonna go with this. Ravenous Flock. That's a bit weird. That's just weird. I don't think I agree with that.
The prophecies ring true. We are nothing.
I am gonna attack here. Because I'm not gonna miss out on a growth on the Screeching Dragon. Like now my attack is 5, that's very relevant. Like normally I would like for my opponent to burn the mana like this, but I gotta make my dudes bigger than his. That's quite simply the game plan. I wonder what his I really wonder what his hand is. Eclipse. I don't like this card. I do not like this card at all. Yes, I want him to pass there. He's like, oh, I made him burn the mana, but bitch, me, Catagrin!
Burn them all.
If only I had like dragons in my hand. I only have spells. It would be nice to draw some dragons from this point onwards.
Fire and fury burn in me.
I don't want to trade this with that. So I'm just gonna attack here. Okay, so we have that that's a great draw. That's a fantastic. Oh my god, that is possibly like the best top deck I could hope for here. Involius Vox, you are everything. We have to be very, very wary here. His Darius is still not leveled up. Alright. Nice. I'm just gonna play this. So the next dragon or celestial you play, but like my question is, does this carry over for rounds? Like I actually don't know.
We'll give them a good fight, Yesenia.
We always do.
I have to be very wary. Because my opponent has a lot of like removal. He has, weirdly enough, he has like damage based removal. But I mean like Ravenous Flock and the new variant of Nox and Guillotine that destroys landmarks, which is called where are you? There you are, Scorched Earth. I could go for a Relentless Pursuit, but I'm just gonna hold on here. Okay, it does carry over. That's really neat. That's actually really neat. But I still don't like this card. I still don't think this is a good dragon. Involius Vox is just so much better in a deck like this. I can't believe at first I wasn't gonna include Involius Vox. I was gonna play the Infinite Mind Splitter instead, but in this deck with all this like removal based on striking, this card is just like, it allows me to just refuel. Maybe I should run 3 copies of it. Maybe I could justify 3 copies of it, honestly. But I think 2 is also fine, because I have 3 of the like draw 2 dragons. Well, I'm gonna play this before, yeah.
Nothing against mine.
We'll see about that. Because my dudes are bigger. Again, reactive. We gotta play reactive. We gotta wait for them to go for something themselves. We don't really care about... I mean, no, the problem is you can... Yeah, I'm gonna go with 3, and then, yeah, this is good. No reason to go for Relentless Pursuit. We can hold it back here. And we can just go all in, baby. Gotcha. Dude, Involius Vox! MVP! MVP! What a top deck, baby. I mean, top deck, I had like 5 cards in hand, but they were all spells. And that was like the best dragon. I think I'm gonna eventually add 3 copies of that card if as I optimize this, because that felt so good. All right, let's go for another one. All right, some old school Anivia with Thresh, which is not something that tend to see nowadays. I don't like Herald of Dragons against Shadow Owls because Vile Feast and a billion other pings. I mean, I gotta try, right? Maybe they don't. Yeah, maybe they don't have it. Optimism. Hashtag optimism.
Come hither, you beasts of glory.
5 cards in hand. Hey! Gotta believe. You just gotta believe, baby. Beautiful.
Even to their young bloods, we are nothing.
Beautiful. Start smacking him. Oh, I'm gonna be able to play another one. Is it my birthday? I think I'm gonna go with the no. Go with you.
The end of this world
Beautiful,
draws
beautiful,
near.
beautiful, 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 beautiful. Next turn is not Renation turn. They're at 8 mana, which means we are going in with another dragon, and we're going in with you. Because I want to have the single combat option open. Why would I want single combat, though? When I just play White Flame Protector and Dragon Lieutenant. Because Ruination could be a thing. No, but... if Ruination is a thing, I want the most out of this hit. I gotta keep Ruination in mind. I can't, like, I can't overcommit.
Even to their young bloods, we are nothing.
The War Mother will unite us all.
Ooh. It's a big fella. We're gonna have to use this as kamikaze, yeah.
We're forged in dragon fire. Prepare for battle! They're coming! Hide!
Could have a Vile Feast. Right. That's a lot of damage that he's willing to take there. There's your boy. God, this card is great. Ooh. Ooh.
The age of dragons is begun.
Rouse your kind, dragon.
I think I have to do this. No, 'cause he's just gonna summon that anyways. That's fine. That's awesome. That's I can't wait to build with this card.
Here in your time of need.
I think I just want to open attack here. I have to open attack. It's fine. Okay, so ooh, so I think
She was born from the mountain.
There's nowhere to hide.
this dragon's clutch can be pretty clutch.
One candle for every soul.
Dragon blood, Demacian heart.
Oh, he doesn't have more expensive allies than that? I would keep going.
Break them.
I'm going in.
Come from the dark.
He needs a harsh winds here. Or he's dead. Really, that makes me really want to build a deck with that. That card felt really, especially with like Avaros and Hearthguard.
And win.
I didn't actually hear that, fuck. But, dude, that's actually really interesting. I don't think you go Thresh though. I don't think Thresh is the way. I think it's Anivia and Tryndamere. Anivia into Rekindler into Trind. That feels like super legit. Avaros and Hearthguard into an. Yeah, that's the tits. I'm really excited to build around with that card actually. All right, let's go for another one. All right, could it be my deck? Just because it's Tahm Kench and Soraka does not mean it's my deck specifically. Like I don't have a patent on this champion combination, but I did share the list on Twitter, so there's always a chance. I like the Relentless Pursuit here, I think. I also like the Concerted Strike. I'm lacking dragons though. I do like Concerted Strike. But I'm gonna mulligan these two spells away. I like Bright Steel Protector. It can put in the work with. Wow. Well, all right, we got a dragon. It's all good. Like I actually like these cards. I just wanted to draw into a dragon. Have I said how much I love these cards? These boxers. Ooh.
Shape the skies and mold the earth.
She be trippin'. But for a good reason. Dragons are pretty sweet.
This world has such great potential.
Dragon blood, Demacian heart.
Let the blood boil.
Take heart.
I'm gonna take the hit from both of these. Because I don't want him to heal more with that. Gonna play around the landmark as best as we can. I love that rally effect right there.
What's the fire breath this time?
A soldier should know to stay out of the way.
I think I want to build up my board more. I'm gonna pass here. Prevent him from healing. Prevent him from playing Tahm Kench. Like he definitely expected me to attack there.
Hey, I talk to spirits. These are my rules. Age of dragons is begun.
Involius Vox.
Kind dragon.
Mystical levitation requires concentration.
Okay, definitely that's not in my deck. Mentor of the Stones. I mean, honestly, it makes sense. Let's pass here.
Go, floaty crystals.
Live with purpose.
All must end.
Come face me.
Ooh. I could go for a Relentless Pursuit. That would translate into a lot of damage, but I think I'd rather wait a little bit.
The possibilities are infinite.
Alright, that Soraka's pretty thick. But we're going in. I should have attacked the other way around. That was a mistake. Oh well. Doesn't really matter at the end, but it could have mattered.
There are none like me.
Alright, dragon time.
I will find the goodness in you, River King.
Hope only provides temporary sustenance.
The prophecies ring true.
I think I want to spread out first before I threaten with a rally.
Take
We're going for a Relentless Pursuit now. It's time.
Another nibble.
That's a big hit. Alright, he's got the acquired taste.
Sure, there's something for my tastes.
But this Dragon Guard lookout could be really powerful here.
Take heart. Live with purpose.
Yep. According to my calculations, even ooh. Okay.
Allow me a small set.
All right. Touche.
You leave me no choice.
Was not expecting Bastion.
Stars fall. Take heart.
Wow. I was thinking about GG. Like I wasn't thinking about Bastion. I was thinking about Astral Protection. Damn. I actually lost the game that way. I think I made a misplay because even if I lose that, if I play Dragon Guard Lookout, I win anyways. So I misplayed. GG. I misplayed. I didn't take that into account. Well played. The Bastion. I wasn't expecting it, honestly. It feels bad because I actually had that game with the rally. Like I didn't have to like protect my. I was just so convinced that he wasn't running Bastion. I just didn't take it into account. I misplayed. It happens. Well done for my opponent. All right, next one. Okay, let's see if we can get some revenge on Tommy. I like Dragon's Clutch. I'm gonna keep this in, even though we are lacking dragons. Herald of the Dragons in my opener with Bryce Steel Protector. Okay, it's always nice to have Bryce Steel Protector here, and this time around I will keep Bastion in mind. Honestly, it's not so much about keeping Bastion in mind. It's about just like playing to win, right? Like I just shouldn't have done that. All right.
Shape the skies and mold the earth.
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
That's annoying.
We wear red to honor the fallen.
We technically could Concerted Strike to protect the Herald, the Herald of the Dragons, right? Yeah, I don't know. I call it a Dragon Priestess. What do you have for 3 mana? I'm gonna use this to pick off that unit. He definitely has a Frostbite, but I don't think it's worth it to use it here. I'm gonna make use of my 2 health in a matchup in which, I mean, he could have Make It Rain, but it doesn't make sense to play Make It Rain in this deck. Like, there's just no point. Like, the only reason that I could think of is like Lee Sin and Bastion, but now that Bastion got nerfed, like I will never expect Make It Rain here. Like Bastion in the other deck makes sense. Like I don't think it's... you can justify it, actually. Like, it did win a game there, right? Even though I could have navigated around it. But it was more the surprise factor than anything. But it does make sense with Tahm Kench. Make It Rain does not make sense with Tahm Kench and Ashe. It just... I mean, if he had it, he would play it immediately. Because there's pretty sexy Make It Rain here. Alright. I don't know what he's thinking. Regardless, that sucks, man. I mean, it doesn't make a difference. I'm gonna be able to play this card anyways, but I would be able to do this and have 3 mana for Dragon's Clutch as well.
Don't stand in my way.
He has to open attack, yeah. I'm definitely... we know he has Frostbite, so I'm not resorting to this.
All the world on one arrow.
6 cards in hand next turn. I can Bryce the Protector into Dragon Lieutenant to trade for a Frostbite. I can also develop SHYVANA, but SHYVANA is not good here.
You're covered.
Even if he does have an Archer, I can still use this to clear Ashe as a blocker so that I can attack with my Dragon.
A true Freljordian welcome.
That's smart. That definitely shows that he has a Frostbite, but I'm still gonna do this. So we'll trade with a Frostbite here. Yeah, there it is. It's pretty obvious he had that.
I will answer for Renwall. Who goes there?
Shatter, okay. Makes sense for Lee Sin. It actually makes a lot of sense for Lee Sin. That's a good tech for Lee Sin.
As the arrow flies. Time to make some coin.
We take a hit here.
Here they come!
I'll stop you.
I can probably afford to keep this blocker here. Let's see if he has another Frostbite. Wonder what he's thinking. Alright, he does. Okay, it was an Ashe.
Blessed by snow and stars!
Alright, so... that hired gun really hurt us there. It seems if he resorts to that now... I just don't have the mana to consider strike him this turn anyways, unfortunately. If I played this now... I'm gonna get the bigger one.
The age of dragons is begun.
The dragon's rage claws to get out.
Harsh Winds is one of my main concerns here.
Avarosa, guide me.
Never keep a dragon away.
An auspicious season.
Alright, let's try to punish that, shall we? I doubt he has another Frostbite in hand.
This would be a good winter.
Not my first gunfight.
That's...
If it's a fight they want,
I'm surprised he blocked there. I'm actually gonna keep this Dragon's Clutch in my hand to counter a potential Ashe by going for the +1/+1 on my Dragon allies as he tries to lethal me. Now I'll go for this. He's out of gas, but He's must be drawing some beefy units because of Starlit Seer here. But at the same time, like, those units were... That last Ash was a top deck, right? So he used a spell there. That's funny. Alright, so... I mean, in what universe do we not category here? Because the power is too damn high. Defensively. I'm gonna heal here. No, I'm gonna do it here. Because if he does have another Frostbite, then he has to waste it on the same unit. Clear that out of the way so he doesn't get a buff from the Starlit Seer. This is a neat deck concept though, like Tom and Ash. I like how Ash hard counters Lee Sin too, like especially with like text like Shatter as well. But you gotta do something about that card draw because you'll be running out of gas, boy. Let's go in. We got a Mind Splitter. Thick Mind Splitter at that. This deck is just some good old Timmy fun, man. Just play huge dragons and smack your opponent with them. That's funny. That's so pitiful. That's so weak. That's one card out of his 3 cards in his hand, and it did nothing. It did nothing. That's brutal. Involius Vox, low-key MVP here, though. Of this session, at least. My god. Oh, there it is. Not even letting our opponents breathe, son. GG. So we lost 1 game in this session due to a misplay. Like if I hadn't misplayed, we would have been undefeated in like over 50 minutes that I've been recording. So that's pretty impressive. Obviously we're not playing ranked, you know, we're facing all kinds of opponents, but I think most of my opponents were pretty solid today, honestly. Katagrin put in a lot of work in today's session, even though it's a one-off. Like it did things and stuff. And Involius Vox was also fantastic. Dragon Guard Lookout would have won us the game that we lost, so I really do like this card alongside a couple of copies of Relentless Pursuit. Even though Relentless Pursuit may be better, I do like the body. And Herald of Dragons just really solid as well. Also, shoutouts to the Dragon Guard Lieutenant. Fantastic card for the archetype. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I feel like this version of the deck is really, really strong. Don't play with Mobilize or any of that nonsense. Like, focus on being effective and not having cards that are going to just lose you games if you top deck them later down the line. And yeah, you can make an argument for running like a second Aurelian Soul. You can make an argument for running a third Involius Vox. There's definitely certain tweaks that this deck can go through. And it is my first attempt at it, right? But it feels like a pretty straightforward archetype to build. And I do really like this version. Some people have suggested me to play the Fleet Feather Tracker, and I just don't think that's necessary at all. Because the only reason to do that is to play it alongside Bryce the Protector, but we do that with Lieutenant anyways. And Lieutenant is just like better because this dies to so many pings in the game right now, but having 2 health is so much better for a Challenger unit. Yeah, I just love it, man. I love that we have another Seal Combat now. That's really sick. Fun deck. I think you guys will enjoy this one. So that's all I gotta say. Have a solid day. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. I do post a new deck every single day. I'll be back at it tomorrow. I'll see how I feel because I'm recording this before going to a... Well, I actually recorded this at night because tomorrow morning I'm gonna chill because I have an endoscopy tomorrow. Well, the day I've uploaded this, I will have had it after this video went up. So hopefully the news are good. And yeah, love you guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, helps out. And I'll see you around.